According to the American Institute of Stress, 83% of American workers suffer from work related stress, and that workplace stress costs American businesses over 3 billion. Yes, that's billion with a B annually in productivity losses. If you're a Black woman executive, the stakes are even higher with additional challenges like microaggressions and isolation, especially in this political climate. Stress just doesn't impact your career, it actually can affect your health and your relationships too. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how you can break the cycle and take control with 7 proven stress reduction techniques. Hi, I'm Dr. Twanna, and I am an executive coach specializing in stress management for Black women leaders. In this video today, we'll explore 7 effective stress reduction techniques that will help you thrive, not just survive, in your high stakes career. Now, if you're ready to protect your well-being and lead authentically, go ahead and stay tuned. Stress can feel exhausting. Like you heard, I don't know about you, but you listen to those old stories from your grandparents and your uncles and great aunts and uncles. I walked uphill both ways. Well, that's the way stress can make you feel in your job. Like you're walking uphill both ways. You climb here, you're like, okay, I finally got to the summit. Things are going to get better because I hit this plateau. I hit this space of my career, and then when you get ready to take off, you realize you're still climbing uphill. You're still climbing uphill. And it is just exhausting. And it's not just the workload, it's the added pressure of sometimes being the only one in the room. It's navigating this political climate that we're in and microaggressions and living up to the strong Black woman stereotype. These stressors often lead to burnout, other health issues, and difficulty making great decisions for your career and for your life. But here's the game changing reality: stress doesn't have to dominate your life or your career. With the right intentional techniques, you can take control, manage it effectively, and step into your leadership role with confidence and peace of mind, right? Now, I know my dear talk about a piece of steel. We actually, in my coaching, I actually want you to experience peace of mind. Because why? Oftentimes, as Black women, we were told you got to work 2, 3, 4 times as hard to make it, right? And it's not just Black women. Honestly, immigrant communities are like this. So if you're Black, you're Latina, you're Indian, you're Asian, oftentimes we're told to work 2, 3, 4 times as hard. So what does that do? It tends to evaporate your peace of mind because you're always on the go, always on the look. Well, I'm not good enough. I got to do more, achieve more. And your peace of mind has been out of that window for so long, you probably no longer even realize it, right? So let's jump right in with technique number 1. Get it up there. Mindfulness and meditation, right? Meditation, mindfulness really is not just a nice word and a buzzword where you can just jump on the train because, well, everybody else is doing it. It is actually a proven strategy for reclaiming clarity and your focus in a high pressure environment, right? Now, I keep saying high pressure environment and demanding environment because that's where some of us are. I truly believe as an executive coach that you should be in the position that feeds that part of you that needs to be fed because you want a fulfilling career, but it shouldn't stress you out to the point where it starts to degrade your health. And I get it that many of you are there, but that's also why I'm an executive coach, is to bring you down to be sure you're in the space where you need to be. And then if you're not, help you navigate to something else, right? And so this is the exact reason why when my clients come to me, I equip them with a comprehensive mindfulness toolkit. It's guided videos for just basically tailored for busy professionals, right? And so all you got to do is hit the button, and it's like 1, 2, 3 minute mindfulness tool. It's just enough to take that edge off. And the more you do it, the longer it lasts and the better you feel. So go ahead and try this. Begin your day with the simple 5 minute meditation, or you can use an app like Calm to really ground yourself, right? You got the deep breathing exercises. It's just breathing and breath work is so amazing to start your day off focused, right? Start off like you're going to hold out. I had a counselor that told me that one time. Start off like you're going to hold out. Start that day off like you want to hold out calm and peaceful, and then roll into your day. One of my clients actually embraced mindfulness and found it to be a game changer. When she came to me, she's like, I got to get out of here. You need to help me find something else because I got to go. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. And after about maybe a month or so of going through using those exercises and practicing mindfulness, she was like, okay, no, I got this. I know I'm refocused. I understand what my priorities are. I can take care of me and not be consumed by the job. That's what mindfulness will do for you, right? And it helped her to be so composed even when she had those challenging conversations with direct reports and others outside of her organization. Now, technique number 2 that we're going to talk about is physical activity and movement. Now, I know some of y'all are like, please, Shao, I don't have time for that. No, no, really. Activity and movement is medicine. It is medicine to the body. And, whether it's scheduling, a walking meeting or dancing to your favorite Afrobeat track for about 10 minutes, physical activity boosts your mood and releases tension, right? So don't underestimate the power of a quick yoga flow to reset your perspective. And I grant you this. This is easy, y'all. I promise you it's easy. So, how many of you have the electric toothbrush where, it basically helps you to focus and brush your teeth for like 2 minutes, right? So I actually add a little extra in my morning routine. So what I do in the morning is I stand on one foot. That's a great it helps with my core and all of that, right? And so I do that. I stand on 1 foot rather for 30 seconds. And then when it's time to shift to another part of my teeth, I shift to the other foot. I do that for 30 seconds and I shift till I've done all 4 quadrants of my mouth. Well, by the time I've done that, I've actually engaged my core for 2 minutes, right? And then actually, okay. I went a little bit further, and now when I do this, I also pull in my tummy, engage my abs, and stand on one foot, and I'm engaging those abs the whole time. So now my core is engaged, right? Exercise doesn't have to be hard. That's my whole point in telling you this. Exercise doesn't have to be difficult. That's an easy way I start my day with some exercise. And then I throw in some planking after that, and bada bing, bada boom, you start your day with exercises enough to get your blood flowing and just make you feel accomplished because you said I'm going to do it and you did it. Okay. Now, technique number 3 is time management and delegation. I cannot stress this enough. Feeling like you have to do everything yourself. I know that's how we feel, but guess what? It's not actually true. It's it really is time to let go of that narrative, and delegation isn't a weakness, right? It is a leadership strength. And again, I know some of you, I've had them as a leader. Some folks, you got to watch them like a hawk or they're not going to do anything. If that is the case and that person is making your mental health like decline, then, document and look at taking action. And even that little bit piece of documenting and looking forward to take action, that's enough to like calm your anxious brain so that you can really be focused. But if someone is never doing is not doing their job, they're never going to do their job, and you're not documenting that, then yeah, that you're in the wrong there. You just are. Okay? Because either they need to go or you need to go. I was renting a space in Bowie, and there was an attorney there who was the owner of the property. He says, "Oh, I don't do leases. I'm not gonna do a lease." He said, "I don't do leases. I've been here 35 years. I've never done a lease in all those years." He said, "Basically, we have an agreement, and you will not be signing a lease, and neither will I, because if I am not happy, you need to go, and if you are not happy, then you need to go." So, I mean, it's just apropos, because if you're not happy, either you need to go or they need to go. Those are your two solutions. If you can't get it fixed, one of y'all need to go. I'm just saying. But you can also, when you look at the time management piece of it, use tools like the Eisenhower metrics to prioritize and delegate effectively, because it's not just important to delegate, but you have to do it effectively. Match the right person and their specialism with the right task that you need to delegate, right? If you try to delegate something that needs to be written, and this is not this person's thing, they don't write well, they're still writing at the eighth or ninth grade level, then it's probably not the person you want to delegate to. You want to delegate to the person who's, that's their specialism. And then the other person will no likely have another talent. And that's why you delegate. That's how you delegate it, right? Because this empowers your team while freeing up your mental bandwidth. Now, technique number 4: build your personal board of directors. No one succeeds in this alone. You got to surround yourself with mentors and peers and advisors and coaches, who provide honest feedback and guidance. Also, join culturally affirming networks like the Black Women's Leadership Network or Black Women in Science and Engineering, for instance, because you can offer, these organizations can offer you valuable support and insight so you don't feel like you're all by yourself all the time, right? And technique number 5 is setting those boundaries. There it is again. Setting those boundaries and saying no. Saying no is, I know it can seem impossible, but it's a whole sentence by itself. No. See how I did that? Especially when cultural expectations push us to be everything to everybody all at the same time. By protecting your time, it's essential. Define those work hours, communicate them clearly. And if you realize that you've been defining and you've been doing all the things and it's not working, go ahead and take some time off. Take the time off. Your mental health and your physical health and your spiritual health are more than worth the time off. Take the time off, right? Because you want to honor your personal time as fiercely as you honor your professional commitment to others. Okay. Number 6, do engage in creative outlets. Creativity isn't just about art, it's a therapeutic release, right? And I'll be honest with you. I started off my business as doing all of my content, all of my posts and everything on Instagram and YouTube and all of that. And at first, I didn't like it because it was just a lot of work. But as I went into it, it allowed me to realize that I actually do have a creative part to me. I majored in zoology and I have a minor in chemistry, and I'm Dr. Carter, so that I have a PhD, and I did a quantitative dissertation because I didn't want to do the qualitative thing. So I tend to be more science oriented. That's my thing. But that doesn't, I found out that doesn't preclude me from having that little part of me that's creative. So most of my content is, I have a social media manager now. If you need somebody, Nadia Stoner, look her up. She's fabulous. And I still do some of my own stuff here and there because it's a creative outlet, and I actually like creating and producing something and you get that feedback from people. So do dedicate some time each week to activities like journaling or painting or even cooking. It's just a powerful way to process emotions and recharge your mind. Okay. And tip technique number 7 is seek professional support. Sometimes you need more than just self care, you need that guidance from outside of you. Working with the coach really does help you be focused, and it's someone in there that supports you, right? And so it's about having a culturally sensitive person in your life who understands your journey, who understands what you're going through, because we've been through it. We've been through it. When you're culturally sensitive, you have that journey. You know what that feels like to be isolated. You know what it feels like to make a mistake, and everybody wants you torpedo you out of the water like it's you're the worst person to ever walk the earth. And you sit there and you look at a coworker make a worse mistake than what you just made, like 20 times worse. But there's like, oh, it's okay. You come back at it again. You come back at it again. That feels intimidating. It feels angering. It feels disappointing. It feels isolating. And so that's why a culturally sensitive executive coach is your go to when you're going through things, right? And it's that safe space for you to address your challenges. And so, here's a game changer at the end of the day. When you embrace these techniques, you're not just surviving stress, you're actually reclaiming control. Imagine what it feels like to go in and feel energized, clear headed, and confident in every decision. That's the power of managing stress effectively, with especially when you talk about mindfulness. It doesn't just improve your career, it enhances every aspect of your life. Now, we've explored the 7 stress reduction techniques that are tailored for Black women executives, from mindfulness to creative outlets and professional support. Remember, managing stress is about thriving, not just surviving your job every day. By implementing these strategies, you can lead authentically, and most important of all, protect your well-being as you inspire others to do the same. Now, since you've made it this far, you've likely realized that it's time to turn over a new leaf and start taking care of you. As a Black woman, you deserve that. You deserve it 100%. Shoot. Okay. You deserve that 300%. The fact that you're still here watching means that something really resonated with you. And that's a sign that you're ready for change. So let's work together. Let's create a personalized plan for your success. So go ahead and reach out and schedule your VIP roadmap session with me today and take that first step towards a more balanced and fulfilling life. I'll link to it in the description and in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video.